Hey guys, it's time for my NXT review, and this is my final NXT review of this year. The reason I say this is my final NXT review of this year is because the episode that is on Hulu right now is a year in review episode. And to be honest, do I really need to review a year in review episode? My sentiments exactly. So let's get right to it. Opening match, Primo and Epico against the Usos. Nothing screams NXT more than Primo and Epico against the Usos. But in all seriousness, this was a good tag team match. Good way to start off the show. It's really scary in a good way. Watching the Usos, and they look just like their dad when he was young. Oh my God, it's freaky. It really is. Good back and forth match. Many near falls in this one. The end of the match comes when the Usos hit the big splash from the top rope. 1, 2, 3. Usos get the win. As soon as the match is over, the arena goes to black, and we see the Ascension for probably the last time since Kenneth Cameron got released by WWE. And Conor O'Brien is saying how this war is not over. Well, basically it is, since Kenneth Cameron is gone from WWE, but that's another story. So we now go to our handicap match. Now, if you remember from my last review, Dusty Rhodes allowed Camacho to pick any partner he wanted to face Big E Langston. So who does Camacho pick to team up with him to face Big E Langston? Aiden English. Yes, Aiden English and Camacho, that hot tag team against Big E Langston. And this is how the match goes. Aiden English, Big E Langston start in the ring. Power move, power move, power move. Langston drags English over so Camacho can make the tag. Instead of Camacho making the tag, he slaps Langston across the face, drops down from the apron, walks away from the ring. Langston then picks up English, hits that body slam cutter, gets the 3 count and the win. After that, Camacho's going back up to the locker room. Langston hits that power slam cutter again, and then he does it again, because he wants a 5 count. So then we go to our next match. This is a very interesting match. Percy Watson against Cassius Ohno. Now, during this match, William Regal on commentary is saying how he doesn't want Ohno to end up like he was when he was in the business, when he was young, making all these wrong moves, and how, he doesn't want him to go down the same road that he went down. And it was very interesting to hear that. So Watson and Ohno, they get a good match in this. Watson, he gets a couple of near falls, not too many, but it was too much Ohno, and he hits them with that rolling elbow on the back of the ear, gets the 3 count and the win. After the match, Ohno goes up the rampway, and he starts talking to Regal. William Regal is just not saying anything. He's just ignoring him while Ohno is talking to Regal. So Regal's sort of being the bigger man. So after we come back from commercial, we see outside the NXT arena where people are going to the show. The only reason I raised my voice was because the last review they showed people leaving the show. This time they're showing people going to the show. So, yeah. So Jim Ross is in the ring, and he's going to interview Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins, of course, last time around beat Jinder Mahal to stay champ. So JR asks him, do you still feel like you are the hunted? And Rollins' reply was simple. You asked me the same question after I'd won the title. And I still feel like the hunted. I like having the target on my back. And if anybody wants me, come and get me. Well, then all of a sudden, here comes Corey Graves, and he attacks Seth Rollins. He goes right for his knee, and he locks in that sort of a figure four heel hook move on Rollins. Then Graves pulls JR over, and he says, well, since you're here to do an interview, you can do an interview with me. And Graves basically just says to the point that he will be the next NXT champion. And he says how the other wrestlers see the belt as heaven and there's a stairway to it. He looks at it and says that everyone's got to go through hell to get to the belt. And Corey Graves leaves. Very good segment, I thought, with that. Corey Graves is good on the mic. He really is. Now, before we get to our main event, it's John Cena! Yay! John Cena appears, and he asks us, what does Santa Claus do on December 26th? Well, he probably takes a long nap. I don't know. Well, he tells all of us that he's going to watch the year in review of NXT to see all the superstars of NXT who will someday be on Raw and SmackDown. If you don't know these guys, watch them. If you do know them, still watch them. Way to go, John. Way to go. So it's our featured match, and it's Bo Dallas against The Big Show. I was sort of surprised at how long this match was. It really wasn't that long. It was about 4.5 minutes at best. At one point, Bo Dallas locks a sleeper on The Big Show. And it was so weird because when you see Bo Dallas with a sleeper on, he is... And Bo Dallas is about 6 foot. Compared to Big Show, who's over 7 feet tall. It's just amazing, the size difference. And it really is true. If you've never seen The Big Show in person, go to a show. Go to a show. And you can see the difference from TV to when you're at the arena. That's how big this guy is. So Dallas has a sleeper on. It's just absolutely amazing, the size difference of the two men. But Bo Dallas puts up a fight, but it's really not much. It's not enough. Big Show hits him with the KO punch, gets the 3 count and the win. I was sort of disappointed in this match because Bo Dallas, like 2 weeks ago on that show, had said he wanted to face anybody from WWE. The Big Show says he's going to come, and then you get this match, and you only get like 4.5 minutes out of it. And I'm not saying, oh, it's Bo Dallas's fault, it's not Big Show's fault. It just didn't seem right, to have something like that a little bit hyped up to go as short as it did. But that's the way booking is sometimes. You can't really control that. So all in all, this was an okay episode of NXT. Tag team match was really good. Watson and Ohno was good. I liked the interview segment, and it was an okay way to end NXT in 2012 to go into this new year. Considering now Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, Big E Langston, they're all now in the WWE. So it'll be very interesting to see how 2013 comes and how, who gets that push to be the top guy in NXT. It will be very interesting to see where all this goes and who's going to be on top and who's going to be stuck in the pack. So I hope you enjoyed my reviews of NXT. that I have done this year, and there will be many more of them in 2013.